Hey, really quickly just wanted to go over your website and Google My Business listing, do a quick audit so you can kind of understand how SEO works and what we might want to be doing to improve this traffic for both your website and your GMBs. So first off, I really like the look of your website. Looks really nice. A cool image as a banner. Good descriptions of all of your services. So that's great. Visually, it looks fine. It doesn't have as much content as usually we like to have on our websites when we're doing SEO. The reason that we need lots of content is just because of how Google works. Google has bots that go to crawl on the website and read all of the content, and then it tries to figure out what your website is about. So if you have more words on the page describing your services, describing where you're located, then Google has more information to go off of. Usually on a home page, we try to have around 1,200 to 1,500 words of content, and then include specific keywords that we want to be ranking for inside of the actual text. So that's one suggestion I would give you guys, is just increase the amount of content and then possibly make a service page for each one of these. Wellness care. Oh, you do. Awesome. Yeah, so as long as you have a decent amount of content for each of these services. Oh no, these are all the same page, huh? Okay. Yeah, another thing I would suggest doing is making a separate page for each one of these services so you can rank each one of these individually for all the different keywords you want to be targeting. So if I look at a competitor, just to give you a point of reference, if I Google chiropractor Port Orchard, the first person in the map pack is this Kitsap. So I opened up their website. They have a little bit more content than you guys do, and separate pages for each one of the services, like I was mentioning. And then if I put them in the same tool as I was looking at yours, so you're currently getting around 91 traffic per month. Actually, it's not that bad. It's a good start. A lot of it is branded traffic from your specific chiropractor's names. I guess they're pretty well known, so people are searching for their names. But not a ton of non-branded traffic. You're in the 5th position right now for chiropractor Port Orchard, which isn't too bad, so you'll be getting a couple people every month for that one. But not very many other keywords in the top 3 spots. But on these one, they have a little bit more traffic, 135. Probably could have found a little bit better example, but it's okay. Chiropractor Port Orchard, they're ranked number 1. And then Chiropractor Port Orchard, Washington, you get searched 50 times a month. They're also ranked number 1. So usually how it works is that once you're ranked in the top spot, you get about a third of the search traffic to go to your website every month. So if we're ranking number 1 for this one, we'll get about 30 to 40 people every month clicking on your website, and then usually about 10 to 20% of those people will become leads or clients. They'll call you and ask for your rates or availability. And so that's kind of how SEO can impact the bottom line, is by ranking for more and more keywords and targeting more keywords with SEO. Later on, you're able to increase the amount of people walking in the door. Some other things that these guys are doing a little bit better than you guys. Let's go back. Let's compare the backlink building. So there's a couple of different ranking factors for the website. The first one is the keywords being inside of the text and getting the right amount of content. There's some other on-page SEO factors, which is making sure your website loads quickly. You have a B rating there. It's not too bad, but it could be improved. Another one is called schema markup. This is the code on the back end of the website which tells Google what your website is about. Yours is not set up correctly, so you're not telling Google what your business is about. So those are some other things that you could quickly fix to increase the rankings. Then the other part of SEO is off-page SEO. So it's getting something called backlinks, which you already have some. So it looks like maybe whoever built the website did a little bit of SEO. Let's check. 81 backlinks from 24 different websites. So what a backlink is it's your website being listed on another website, which sounds kind of confusing, but essentially, like if a news article talked about your company, or a blog, or any other website like that, if they reference you or quote you or link back to your website, it's called a backlink. Now, not all backlinks are created equal. Some have more weight than others, and Google takes that into account. That's what these metrics are. The higher the number, the better the backlink is. Usually, the more backlinks you have, the better your rankings are going to be. And so you can see these guys have 131 backlinks versus your 24. So that's another reason why they're ranking a little bit better than you are. So that's the basics of website SEO. Another thing that I think, even more so than your website, because your website isn't doing horrible, is your GMBs. I think you really could capitalize on ranking these GMBs if you set them up correctly and optimize them a little bit more. So first off, there's no photos, no business description written. You don't have any additional categories aside from chiropractor. So there's a lot of things that you need to do to improve the rankings so that Google can find you and people will be able to find you on Google Maps. Because anytime someone searches for chiropractor near me, chiropractor Port Orchard, the first thing they see is Google Maps. And so you want to be in these top 3 spots. In order to be in the top 3 spots, you got to tell Google exactly what your business is about and convince Google that you're the best choice to put in the top spots. You do that by getting the most reviews, by having the most photos, by constantly updating and adding things to your business profile. We do GMB posts 2 times a week usually. That's another way to get ranking increases. Let's see. I was about to run Audit. Let's see if the audit's done yet. So I ran a quick audit to see how you're ranking right now for a few different keywords. This one is chiropractor near me. So Google Maps is based on proximity. So where you search from changes where your rankings are. So if I search chiropractor near me in this zip code 98465, then you're ranked 28th. So there's a lot of people you need to beat out. If you search, oh man, my mouse is being weird. From this northern area it's 29, and this southern area it's 15. So depending on where you are, but either way it's not in the top 3 spots, which is where you really want to be. I think I did one other keyword. Oh, actually, yeah, that was right. Chiropractor Tacoma. And so there's a lot of room to grow, which is really good for us, because once we get this ranking, then that's going to be a lot more leads coming in every day. A lot of our clients, they'll get more leads from the Google My Business listings than they do from their ads and from their website, just because a lot of people are looking on Google Maps to find nearby places. One other ranking factor that I didn't mention yet was for the Google Maps is getting listed in directories. So that's another thing that we offer and help people with, is getting your business listed in all of these type of relevant directories. The more directories that your business is listed in, the more credible your business seems to Google and the higher they rank you. So getting listed in things that are relevant to chiropractors especially is really important. Thanks. Hopefully that made sense. Let me know if you have any other questions. Happy to work with you guys in the future to bring you more business.